This week, a New Jersey woman, Rita Glusman, was charged with hacking her husband to death with an axe, cutting the body into pieces, and having a cousin dump them in a river. According to police, Glusman learned how to do this by watching the program Martha Stewart Living. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice.
Have a joke? Tell them a joke.
Well, because it's a 50-50 chance it's not going to go well.
No, it's a 50-50 chance. It's
not going to look like a penis.
Yeah.
It's going to look like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Read a joke.
All right,
we haven't read one joke.
Before we begin, I have a quick public service announcement. Would somebody, anybody, please f Martha Stewart?
Oh, I get that one.
What?
I don't understand that.
What?
That's weird, right?
Too soon.
It's meta.
Well, the holidays are just around the corner, and here with tips on how to make this Christmas truly special is nationally known authority on style, Martha Stewart. Martha?
Thank you. I think for each of us, childhood memories of Christmas are something unique and personal. My own memories center around the big Victorian home where I grew up. Early each Christmas morning, the other children and I would awake to the unmistakable smells of baked cinnamon apples, mulled cider, and minced pudding wafting from the kitchen. In an instant, we children would come bounding down the great staircase, our arms and legs all akimbo.
Akimbo?
Yes, akimbo. And our childish eyes as big as saucers, eager to spy what good things Kris Kringle had brought.
Hold on a second there, Martha. Kris Kringle?
Yes, Norm, you know, Père Noël, Father Christmas, good Saint Nick.
You mean Santa Claus?
Oh, you called him Santa Claus. Anyway, it being Christmas, Mater and Pater had dismissed the staff.
Wait a minute. Mater and Pater?
Yes, it's our parents, that's what we called them.
Where did you grow up?
Norm, that doesn't matter. You see, Christmas is the same throughout the world.
No, I'm just curious. Where?
New Jersey. Anyway, there we children stood, staring in awe at what we were sure was the largest Christmas tree ever, festooned with candy canes, lemon sticks, and rosebuds on a string. And there, hanging in the mantel of the enormous fireplace, were all the children's stockings, filled to overflowing with walnuts, pecans, candied plums, dried figs, and spiced oranges.
Now, we're in New Jersey.
Nutley, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I know Nutley. Yeah, that's off Exit 7, Route 3 off the Jersey Turnpike.
Yes. And then it always seemed just as we were about to open our gifts, the neighbors would come by wassailing. Here we come a-wassailing, they'd shout. Good wassail to you, we'd reply.
Wassailing? Never mind, go on.
No, Norm, I think I'd better stop right here. You seem to think I'm making this up.
All right, suit yourself. But hey, if you run into any of my friends from Jersey wassailing, you give them my best, huh?
I'll do that, Norm.
All right, Martha Stewart there, everybody. It harkened me back listening to the beautiful speaking, like, you know, because I remember that, you know, it's 8 o'clock, and do you know where your children's at and stuff? And it harkened back to me, because a half hour earlier, I was saying the same thing. I was in the restaurant. I was like, 7:30, man. Anybody know where my pork chop is? You ever try to get a pork chop at this joint? I mean, you guys like pork? You don't like pork? Call yourself Americans? But no, I had a nice, delicious piece of pork, a pork chop, you know? Pork, I don't know, I don't think it's that good for you, but I like it. I'm pretty sure it's not good for you because it's a pig, but I like it. Anything with a snout, I don't think you're supposed to eat. I think that may be in the scriptures, I'm not sure, but I recall something about that. My doctor has me on a snoutless diet right now. He says I got to exercise every day, aerobics and latissimus dorsi, all that shit, you know, get my back and everything, and then no snouts. But no, my friend, let me tell you something. My friend, who is a vegetarian, she's a girl, you know, like all vegetarians are, and you don't mean a lot of dudes, you know. But anyway, she was talking to me about the vegetarianism stuff, right? Now, have you ever had this experience where you think something's right your whole life, you know, and then in a moment, in a flash, you realize you've been wrong about everything you've ever believed ever. Not everything, but that one thing. By the way, if you ever wake up and you realize you've been wrong about everything in your entire life, that's not a good day then. You may as well go down to the rope store and buy yourself a length of rope. Then go down to the stool store, get yourself a nice stool. Then you go over to the notepad store, you buy yourself a notepad. Then you get a pen. You only really need 4 things. And must be hard to write those notes. You know, what, I'm supposed to write it on this little thing? Everything that drove me to end my life? I don't know where to start. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, pork. No, because my friend, who's a vegetarian, this girl, she was telling me, you know, we always argue because she's a vegetarian and I am not a vegetarian, and so she has her opinions and I have my opinions, and I realized that her opinions are actually stronger than my opinions. Like she'll say to me, she goes, "You can't eat, animals because they're God's creatures too." You know what I mean? And you shouldn't destroy another creature of our great God just so that you could have a frivolous meal that would not be necessary. You can't extinguish the life of And then I go, "I like pork." That's my opinion. So that's not a good argument at all. So anyways, the upshot of it is that people can change, thank God, through the glory of God, people can come to changes in life. And I am now a vegetarian, so that's nice, you know. Thank you very much. I'm not a strict vegetarian. I eat meat, but I am a vegetarian, but not a strict one. I only eat meat. You know what I don't like is vegetables. I can't eat those. I can't stand eating vegetables. So in the strictest term, strictest use of the word, strict, I'm not a strict vegetarian. But you know what she does, my friend that is a vegetarian? She makes this thing every Thanksgiving. I don't know if you've ever eaten this. It's called a tofurkey. Tofu. It's an unwieldy word. No one likes to hear it. But it's a turkey, but it's not really a turkey. You know? Sounds like a turkey because it's got a lot of the same letters. But what they do is they take tofu, you see, and then they fashion it into the countenance of a turkey. You know? Which doesn't fool me. And also, I don't understand why she does it on account of she's making it into the thing that she doesn't want to eat in the first place. That seems... I would not do that, you know.
Zuckerberg says he's only eating his own meat that he kills now. Have you read that?
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg?
Kid's a monster.
He tries to do one thing to alter his modern lifestyle every year. And this year he says he's only going to eat meat that he's actually killed. And I was wondering, what are you adhering to
I'm
lately?
a vegetarian, a strict vegetarian.
No, have you done that?
Well, I eat chicken.
Well, it's not all that.
That's not vegetarian. That's
Well, I said I'm not strict. I eat chicken and
steaks.
beef. Pork. I ate raw game. Did you ever eat? It's not
Here we go.
dead yet.
No, you're
And
over
you
there.
eat it, and as you're eating it, their death throes are making you hungrier.
There's nothing.
That's better than a soybean.
Yeah, you're right. Master.
Which sounds better, that or soybean?
Listen, some of the best meals I've had is that Mongolian thing over at Dahmer's on Wednesday night. Literally, we ate a Mongolian.
Did I tell you I ate a live fish in real life?
No,
Wow.
no,
No.
Yeah, I was at a sushi restaurant, and the guy's like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go, I eat just sashimi, like raw fish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat with rice or anything like that.
Yeah.
Am I trying to impress him? So he goes, you eat live fish? I go, yeah. Even though I don't. And he goes,
Never think he's going to call you on it.
yeah, and I go, plus it sounds kind of cool. And he goes, I get you live fish. I go, thanks, man. Like I was an inside guy, and then he brought out a fish and hit it and knocked it out and put it on a stick. It was live. And that clears out a sushi bar. A lot of people, the girl I was in was barfing in a bathroom, and the only people interested was the guy, the Japanese sociopath guy, and all the Mexican help. They were all like looking like I'd eat it, and so I had to cut it. And then they leave the fish that's on the skeleton that looks like the one Sylvester found on a garbage thing. To move. It's moving and like a dead bobblehead, and you had to put water in its mouth to keep it alive so you could watch it die as you ate. It was a nice meal.
Jesus. What, are you still toying with the idea of the puppet act, or were you telling me?
Oh, no. Why, you want to hear that guy?
I just remember you telling me you were working on a ventriloquist act.
Yeah, we don't call it puppet act, but thanks a lot, man, for the respect. The new thing is, as you call it, the puppet act. We call it ventriloquism.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like
I didn't want you to be slumming there.
It's kind of postmodern ventriloquism, where the act almost talks about the non-existence of the, he cops to the fact that it's an inanimate object. You've heard that.
A reductivist approach to
Yes,
it.
and they've also, I've noticed, they've exchanged, they used to just have the wood, like your joke would work, the lathe, back in the late 70s when you told it, right? But now, they've replaced the Charlie McCarthys with these giant, much more likable Muppet-type characters.
Oh, right.
Right, so it would be like because they found they were making too many movies where the where the antagonist of the film was a ventriloquist dummy. Nothing but pure evil.
Right.
So then the ventriloquists are going, oh my God, this is not going to be good for my act.
The malevolence factor. So they went to sort of a sleeping bag with a face on it, the big
exactly.
plush thing.
That's what it looks like.
Uh-huh.
But no, Rusty's wood, my guy.
Wait a second. Saberhagen, you have to isolate that quote. That is going to be played regularly on this show. Rusty's wood, my guy, is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, man.
Oh, tell me about Rusty.
Hey, what, another guy canceled?
I don't know. What's Rusty look like?
What, Rusty? Oh, no, I'll get him out of the bag in a minute. But listen, that is...
Well, listen, Norman, I can't tell you how good it is to hear from you. I think you're a genius. I love you.
Wait, is it over?
Well, I haven't played a commercial yet this hour.
No, but are we going to do another bit after the commercial?
Can you stay?
Hold on, man. Let me ask Rusty.
We'll be right back with the guys on the Dennis Miller Show. Starring, is his name Sandy?
Rusty.
Rusty. How many puppets do you have?
I got 3.
3 in the bag?
Yeah, I got them cheaper because there were 3, but at least they're not cheap. I paid a pretty penny for them. Like one of them worked with Paul Winchell. This guy was a fortune, and then he's one guy. Rusty's the main guy, and plus I got a book. To do it, Hold on a sec. What the? That's just Gervitz phoning. He's phoning to ask me if I'm on with you guys. Should I take it?
Well, Gervit's checking up on you. We're all somebody's puppet, Norm. That's our plight in life.
Right, why do you keep saying puppet? Jeez, man.
I don't know. Well, these personas that you have.
Anyway, to me,
what's the Winchell?
They're as real as anything real, like a person.
Well, how I don't.
I have 3. One's Rusty. He's my, as it says in the book, he's my main man. And he's just like an everyman, this guy'll say anything. And then there's one puppet that's no good at all. That's he's an old guy and he's cranky about everything, right? But also he doesn't believe the Holocaust happened. He's like the worst puppet character ever. Like I never want to talk to him. I never use him because it always comes back to that.
It's not Steve in Vermont. The puppet isn't Steve in Vermont.
No, he's the worst, man. The guy's just, first of all, he's playing wrong. He's not like an evil guy, just ignorant. Like old men will be. But anyway, then the third one's Richard Nixon.
Actually,
you can talk to any of them. I don't care. I know. I'm not talking to old man Jenkins.
I am not a puppet. Thank you, Norm. Norm, the last time I talked to you, you were working with a puppet. Does that still hold true?
Why? They're not called puppets, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are they?
Ventriloquist dummies. And even that is a little apathetic. But
what would you imagine they'd like to be called in a perfect world?
I call them my friends.
Yes, of course.
My friends in the bag. Christian wanted me to do this, but I don't know where that bag is.
What were some of the puppets? Who was your rat pack in there?
I had my regular guy Brad. He's just my buddy, And then I got this old man, and I had trouble with him. He's too cranky.
Right.
And it turned out I don't even want to mention what he believed.
And weren't you also beginning to work with a young Chippewa girl?
Oh. Now, that one was too expensive. I wish I could find my Richard Nixon doll, because now they have that Frost-Nixon debate.
Yes.
And I do have a Richard Nixon doll.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm calling him a doll, but he's somewhere. But I haven't even started working with him on the road because I'm not very good at it yet.
No. If you use the Nixon doll, you have to hold his arms up and have him say, "I am not a doll." And then you know what'll happen then? Oddly enough, as in Rosemary Woods Land, you'll be greeted by 17 and a half minutes of silence.
Man, that impression was, I would say that's about equal to Frank Langella's.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, I'm serious.
Thank you.
Frank Langella sucks.
What do you like to do during the days in San Fran to unwind? Do you go?
I just work on my ventriloquism.
Oh, how's that going, Norm?
It's going great, man. I thought Rusty and I'd do a little holiday song for you.
Oh, you're kidding me. Let me kick back here and put my feet up in front of the fire, you and Rusty. Which puppet is Rusty? Refresh me.
Rusty's just my friend. I'm having a lot of trouble with my cranky old man. I don't know if you remember old Alec Majerison, the virulent anti-Semite.
Yeah, sure, I remember. What, are you kidding me? I have a plaque commemorating my first meeting.
I'm trying to get rid of that guy because you know he's a Holocaust denier. That's no secret. He's an enthusiastic Holocaust denier, and I've had it up to here with this character. You know, the man, he's just a waste of wood. But I don't know what to do. One of my Jewish friends suggested that, why don't I just throw him in a fire and burn him? But I say two wrongs don't make a right. You know?
Gotta go.
But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. Let me get Rusty out here. Rusty, say hello to Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Rusty.
What?
Hi, Rusty.
Who's the dummy here, me or you?
It's me.
It sounds like it's you.
I'm sorry, Rusty. Let me give you my man voice. Hey, Rusty, how are you doing?
Yeah, dummy. Hey, come on now, Rusty. That's ridiculous. Calling Dennis Miller a dummy on his own radio program.
No, can I jump in here for a second and tell you, here's how crazy Norm is. I'm sitting here believing that he actually has a puppet. Like, it's not enough for him to fake the puppet act on the radio and over the phone. You did pull out a puppet and have it on your arm right now, don't you?
Of course I have my pal Rusty here. Yeah.
What do you boys have planned for us today, Rusty, Norm?
We're going to do a song according to this dummy. Would you stop calling me that? You're the dummy. You're the dummy. Now listen. We're going to do a song, a beautiful song. Why? By the way, Rusty, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to see your family? Oh, sure. In my family tree, it's an actual tree. Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
You're actually overlapping dialogue here, Norm. You're not even putting a second between you and the puppet's voice.
Now, Rusty, are you ready to sing that song with me? Sure.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would say that he was a drunk. Hey, come on! Well, that's ridiculous.
What the?
Come on now, don't ruin this. Is a classic. I'm sorry. All right, now let's continue. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to town. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, have you been drinking some bathtub gin? What? Okay, now that's enough. That's way beyond the pale.
Stop it, Rusty. Stop.
I wish you'd kick the bucket. Like what? Kick the bucket. What are you talking about? You said pale. Bucket. It's a synonym. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that's ridiculous. You're the dummy. Okay. Stop. I'm sorry, Dennis. This is going nowhere. This is ridiculous. I apologize for Rusty.
Oh, Jesus, it's so crazy. It's gotten so crazy over the years.
I can't go on with this. This is just an abuse to the whole idea.
All right. Now, what separates Rusty's old man voice from the old Holocaust denier's voice? Give me that voice.
You don't want to hear from him, do you?
Well, I know Rusty's just wetted the palate for a little more puppetry.
I swore I'd never use this guy.
It's like the Stones doing "Sympathy for the Devil" after Altamont.
There we
never
go.
thought I'd
Alec,
see you play it.
Alec, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. What do you think of this Christmas? What do I think of it? I'm not going to celebrate no holiday where a bunch of bearded New Yorkers killed our savior. Hey, come on now. You're going back in the case. I'm sorry, Dennis.
Oh, Lord. You didn't quite have control of the posse today, but I realize the holidays are amongst us and that they're a little petulant this time of year.
I can never keep these guys under control.
Norman, do you still have are you still doing the Holocaust denier puppet? Is he still with you?
It turned out he's wildly unsuccessful.
Meanwhile, on the men's side of the French Open, Novak Djokovic continues his domination. A very talented player, but he's not the only gifted Djokovic. Please say hello to my little buddy, Jokey Djokovic. Look at this guy. Say hello to the people, Jokey. Hello to the people, Jokey. Well, now, come on, Jokey. Listen. Your cousin Novak Djokovic, why, he's certainly doing well. How are you doing today? Not so good. I got a bad case of tennis elbow. What? Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. It's better than a case of tennis balls. Oh, come on. Jokey. It's ridiculous. People didn't come here to hear that kind of nonsense. Now keep it clean. Okay. How many tennis players does it take to change a light bulb? Well, that's a very good question. I don't know, Jokey. How many tennis players does it take to change a light bulb? What do you mean the bulb's out? It was in! Oh, Jokey. That's right.
Thank you from Norm. This would mean so much to be recognized for what's so important to him, which is comedy. He would never even hurt a bug. He would capture and release a bug, so helping any animal meant so much to him. So please be kind to everyone and every being. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA award.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Looks almost like a dog.
It is a dog.
It's a dog?
Yeah, his name is Pizza.
Pizza. Well, you have a dog. I never thought of a dog as a zoo animal.
Oh, we have a lot of animals there.
Well, what can you tell us about the dog?
Well, the dog is a subspecies of the gray wolf.
Oh, gray wolf. Do you have any gray wolves?
Oh, we have so many gray wolves.
Oh, well, bring them in. Where are they?
They're back at the zoo.
They're at the zoo.
Far too dangerous.
I hope this thing doesn't attack me, whatever it is.
All right, I think you guys.
Let's see what it is. What is this? Looks like a dog.
It is.
It's another fucking cocksucking dog. I knew it. Anyways, well, this is a cutie. What's this girl's name?
This is Arnett.
Arnett.
She's very special. Did you know that dogs are a subspecies of the gray wolf?
Yeah, I fucking knew that.
Everything's expensive. Everything costs money there, you know. I went to buy a dog. I couldn't believe how much these dogs cost. Salesman in a store trying to sell me the most expensive dog in a store, you know. Big $600 dog. Big pit bull, $600, you know. And I was looking to pay, you know, maybe a buck, something like that, you know, maybe $2, something like that, you know. But I was going, hey, don't you got a bargain dog around the joint here? Any kind of a dog of the week going on this week? A big bin of dogs maybe that I could pull something out of there? But this guy goes, no, he says, why don't you buy this pit bull? He says, this guy's expensive dog, but he goes, this will protect your valuables, this dog, you know? And, you know, I don't have anything very valuable, you know, I don't own a lot of stuff there, you know, I buy the pit bull, that would be the most valuable thing I own, right? I'd have to buy something to protect it then, you know, I'd be out shopping for Wolverines the next day there. Show me something in a timber wolf, my good man. I'd be saying to some good man there. No, you don't want a dog like that, man. I want a dog do things for me, you know. Fetch my slippers. That's the joy of having a dog, you know. Pitbull won't do that stuff. Go, hey, Pitbull, fetch my slippers. Pitbull go, hey, I could kill you, pal. I'm a Pitbull. Don't you read the papers or anything? I kill. That's all I don't fetch. I fetch people. That's all I fetch. I can fetch you a guy. That's the best I could do there. And maybe we're wearing some slippers. How'd that be? When I was young, no such thing as a pit bull. When I was a kid, it was the meanest dog around, the Doberman dog, you know? And they'd kill you, too. They'd rip your throat out just the same, you know? But not fast like a pit bull, eh? A Doberman always give you a little head start there, you know? They were a sporting dog, them Doberman. They'd see you in the street, they'd go, hey, that your house over there? Yeah, go ahead. Then they soar through the air and rip your throat out. And do a flip, you know, and you'd be impressed, even though you're dead, you know. Man, look at that flip. But I don't want it. You don't see Dobermans around anymore. You ever notice that? Pit bulls now, they got all the work and everything. All the domestic security jobs go to the pit bulls. And man, a Doberman's like the forgotten dog now, you know. Once in a while you see him on a park bench with a Frisbee there, you know. I used to be somebody. I'm a Doberman. Got a buck? Buck for the Doberman? So I don't get any of those killer dogs, you know. I always buy a dog. When I'm buying a dog, I think to myself, I go, hey, if this dog goes berserk, could I take him? I got a nice wiener dog. I got one of them wiener dogs. Wiener dog can't rip your throat out or anything like that, you know. Unless you're lying down, you know. You have to be lying down, sleeping there, you know. And a wiener dog sneak up late at night, start nibbling at your throat there. Maybe by daybreak he's got a hold of a vein there. He's pulling out a vein there. You know, you wake up, oh, get away from me, you wiener dog. The hell you think you are, a pit bull or something there? Get my vein back there. Where's he get out of a wiener dog? There's a hickey, a little hickey there. That's about all. And that's embarrassing too. Hey, you ever have a hickey, man? You be walking down the street, people see, hey, you got a wiener dog over there, huh? So I do, now that you mention it. Well, a beef-flavored water for dog hit stores this week, and dogs are eagerly anticipating the arrival next month of the newest water flavor, other dogs' asses. That it? Whoop! There I am. I thought I was over there. A sheepdog carrying $250,000 worth of cocaine in its stomach was found at JFK Airport earlier this week. A customs agent got suspicious when he saw two airline employees taking turns sniffing the dog's ass. And in California, a new restaurant has opened exclusively for dogs. Their specialty? A fried chicken dinner, said to be scrotum-licking good. In Oklahoma, sheriff's deputies are using police dogs to sniff for bodies buried on an 80-acre farm. The dogs have sniffed the ground for 3 days, but so far all they've dug up is another dog's ass. In Topeka, Kansas, the fire department is now using a new weapon to fight arson. A black Labrador trained to sniff out chemicals used in setting fires. Although it should be noted, if this dog is correct, the culprit in every arson fire this month is some other dog's ass. And finally, in California, pet owners. Pet owners can now take their canine friends to the world's first doggy wedding chapel, where dogs can actually be married in a civil ceremony. The ceremony ends when the Justice of the Peace says, "You may now sniff the ass." Well, now there is finally a matchmaking service for dogs. At Happy Animals, matchmakers guarantee to find your dog a perfect mate based on height, weight, age, and breed. So far, the dog dating service has had a 100% success rate because, according to its founders, any dog will have sex with any other dog. Well, President Clinton received an early Christmas present this week, an adorable Labrador puppy. And presidential historians say that it will be good for his image. According to these scholars, in comparison to a male dog, the president's sex life will seem relatively normal.
I have a joke.
Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
It is kind of gross, you know, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? You know, your dog probably likes it, but that's because it's gross. He's a weird one, man.
How many people, though, seriously? No, I agree with you, it's gross. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, Lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. You think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
Women are
but they don't
going
even
out
like
with
fucking.
They're going out with their dogs. No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. You know, Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is sexy.
Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know. You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona.
Wow.
After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee.
A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell Down Syndrome.
Don't laugh.
It's not. I mean, it's yeah.
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
Used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Do you write these for real?
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note, early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
Tell the people the best.
No, do you know what you just said?
It included.
Do you have any idea what you just read?
This says.
Did you have any idea what you just read?
That
it was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camp.
No.
Oh,
Not anti-Semitic at all.
No, it's Semitic?
No.
Well, I know what the problem is.
Did you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They used the meanest dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some people might not know what the concentration camps are. So
concentration camps were found in Poland.
Oh my God!
What?
Almighty. Oh my God!
Concentration camps.
Please get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
reel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the folks who know.
You know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against the Jewry of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line meaner than a concentration camp dog, but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals.
little did it matter, Croce would be dead within.
Well, this is not a movie, but you asked me what I like to. Every morning I watch the British Office.
Oh, British Office is great.
I mean,
do you like the American version too, or
maybe if I hadn't seen the British one?
That's the trouble. It's like the full Monty. It's so smart and funny.
Yeah.
And then we have a tendency to junk it up, dumb it down.
Yeah, but see, there's a for me there's a couple differences. One, I mean, Steve Carell I think is great. He's fun.
Yeah.
His character is just interesting, and the whole fact that it's like in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, is funny to me for some reason. And then the other character, I mean, the whole thing between the receptionist and the other guy, Jim, is interesting. And the guy who for me makes the show even more than Steve Carell is what's his name, who was in 6 Feet Under, who plays the weird guy.
Oh yeah.
But have you seen the British Office?
Yeah, I have. I think I think it's the same concept, just a different show.
I think here's the fundamental difference. I think that doesn't make the American one work.
Where do you see that?
It's on BBC America.
BBC, yeah. Faulty Towers is on there. All these great things. Yeah.
But in the British Office, the idea was that a documentary crew came to this paper company, and the David Brent, the boss, had illusions that he was a entertainer.
He was a star, right?
And so he was giddy when this and he was trying to use it to showcase his talents.
Right.
In the American Office, that's not true. Steve Carell is not funny. You know,
but
I mean, he's funny.
He thinks he's hilarious, and he thinks he's like everybody loves him, and he's this great cut up in the office.
But the difference is that Ricky Gervais actually is funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're watching the British Office, you're going, well, I would be laughing at Ricky Gervais, you know, even though nobody else is.
Right, you'd just be annoyed by like the Steve Carell guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
All right, thanks, David.
Do we want to get into it? Is this interesting or is it just boring?
It's very interesting. People love The Office.
Sure.
You know my favorite moment in The Office is?
Yeah.
When David Brent says Gareth, has cars and does karate, and then does them in opposite.
Yeah.
He says, talk about it, and he starts talking about his karate, and he does the car, and then he has to change.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything, and I'm scared of letting go.
Now, in The Office, you do a joke about George Michaels in the first Office.
I don't remember the specifics of that joke. I'd like to apologise to George Michael.
Oh yeah, in the bathroom,
and then he's a wonderful musician.
Yeah, what's his latest release? It was
running down the wall of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I heard Matthew Perry once in an interview. I think he basically said he invented sarcasm. I think he said that. Norm was on Saturday Night Live. Norm tells the best fucking stories about some of those celebrities that went through there. And Matthew Perry had an assistant and said, he said to Norm, Matt wants to do a sketch that he wants you to be in where he talks like he does on Friends. He calls it Matt Speak. And Norm said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, he invented a way of talking, the way he talks on Friends, Matt Speak. And he showed him a clip, and Norm said, are you talking about sarcasm? Matthew Perry called sarcasm. He renamed it Matt Speak.
Hilarious.
And Norm goes, you're talking about sarcasm?
What about the black-eyed couple?
They should have just said to him, oh, that was really good.
I think one of the younger writers said, I think Matthew Perry is a genius. And I think that's what it was. And Norm said, is he good at math or something? Harvey Weinstein was holding court. He was talking about he had seen that scene of alternative comedy, and he'd seen somebody that everybody was kind of at that moment was the king of that. That's all. And Harvey Weinstein, I've been seen him at work. He's a very obnoxious. He just yells shit out that he thinks is brilliant, like Stephen Wright jokes or something. Right. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Stuff like that. So he goes. He says this guy's name, and Norm's sitting there. He's on with Lorne and everybody, and and Harvey Weinstein says this person's name and goes, "I think Sons is a genius." And then he looks at Norm and goes, "Norm, what do you think?" And Norm goes, is he good at math or something? And I thought, okay.
All right, Artie, first things first. You and Chris Farley on the Dirty Work set.
Oh, wow. Dirty Work was his last movie, Farley.
Right.
And
in between shooting Dirty Work and dying, he did Saturday Night Live. He hosted it. So Norm said he's out of control. You got to come to the after party to help me watch him. That's how out of control he was. I was asked to watch
Norm MacDonald and Artie Lang are babysitters.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So Norm leaves for a couple of minutes, and I see Chris disappear into a bathroom with Andy Dick. True story. 5 minutes he's in there. He comes out giggling. Norm comes back and goes, what's going on? I go, bad news, man. He went into a bathroom with Andy Dick for 5 minutes, and, you know, there's only 2 reasons a guy goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick, and neither one is good. And without missing a beat, Norm said, holy fuck, I hope he's high. So, good news, he was high.
Speaking of Norm.
Oh, there he is.
You and Norm.
Yeah, well, there's a few guys I could point to who helped, took a chance on me when I was either going to go to the joint or rehab, and it was Norm, Howard, and Quincy Jones who did Mad TV. We did a buddy comedy together. We met at the audition. I got terrible reviews when it came out. My hometown paper said Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. True story. That's what the guy said in the review. So Norm said to me, hey, man, that's fucking great. A date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. He does things that are so ballsy. It takes a lot of risks, and it makes him fun, but also makes him very dangerous.
One more for you, Artie.
There you go.
There's no one better to talk to about show business than Norm because he's brutally honest about it. Like, I'll try to tell the story quick.
Go ahead.
When Norm had his last sitcom on Fox, right, he invited me to go to the upfronts with him. You know, that big thing where they introduce the shows to the advertisers? Yeah. So the head of Fox, this guy, Sandy Grushow, right out of Beverly Hills High, like permanent tan, permanent fake smile on his face.
Right.
The head of Fox goes up to Norm, and it's Norm and Jason Bateman, whose show had premiered, and all these Fox people. Goes up to Norm and says, right in front of me and a bunch of people, goes, Norm, I want to let you know that your show is the highest tested show we've had in Fox history. And Norm goes, wow, man, thanks. That's unbelievable. Wow. And then Grushow leaves and goes to talk to Jason Bateman. So this other executive at Fox, this woman Tracy something, comes over and goes, where's Sandy? He was just here. And Norm goes, he's over there telling Bateman that his show is the highest tested show in the history of Fox.
See?
So
that's what I'm telling you.
Norm gets it. There's another great quick Norm story. Great quick Norm story.
Kid, Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate it. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
Wait, what is this? They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got a good one.
What? So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay who seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new cup of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into. What do you mean?
Oh, I love that.
You want to hear? Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go. We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. This a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on it. Every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top to like, oh my God, you know, he'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out. Right. She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee. Hammer, back off. Yeah, right. Hey, come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something. Right. So that's the goof. Mm-hmm. So me, Kattan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro. Right. So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, second time, and Kattan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You're just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has an audience, and it's being filmed. Right. And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set. Right. He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
Right, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
And he's like, hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. And, hey, imagine if you will. And he knew the deal. Right. Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Kattan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will. Right. And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live Air comes on. And I'm like,
20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. Where Mike, the whole audience is listening, saying, I can't. Norm, you've been a salad. Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of 10 seconds. Norm turns to Catan. Right for his head, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. I'm like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved
nice.
it.
And Catan sank.
I couldn't even get my words out.
That was very fun.
Where the hell have you actually been, though? What happened?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I should have told you.
Yeah, you should have, because we had a lot of good guests. We had a lot of
I threw
hard
away
work.
my phone, so if you try to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I tried calling you over and over again. The week after Gilbert.
Gilbert was the... Did you keep doing the podcast?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
We literally canceled on the president. We had Barack Obama was in the studio.
Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah, Barack Obama was in the studio.
He was going to do it?
Yeah, he was lined up. And you weren't around or answering your phone, so he ended up doing Zach Galifianakis's.
He did Zach Galifianakis' show?
Yeah.
I have a feud with Zach Galifianakis.
Well, that's not going to help.
That's not going to help the feud.
Point to Zach.
Oh, well.
We had
Things
so many
came up.
good guests lined
Things
up.
came up.
You flew all. I don't know where you went. We had Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
That'd be great. We should get him.
No, he died.
Mickey Rooney died?
Last week. Where have you been?
Oh, Mount Ararat.
Where is that?
It's far away. I've had a weird 7 months, I got to tell you.
What happened?
Well, it started. I was plagued by dreams.
What kind of dreams? What are you talking about?
Well, nightmares. God came to me.
You spoke to God through your dreams?
Yeah. Told me to build an ark.
Okay, so told you to build an ark.
Yeah, he had some plan. He said I should build an ark and then get 2 of every animal on Earth.
That sounds familiar. Okay, so so you built an ark?
Well, I don't know. What's an ark when you think about it? You know what I mean?
It's a large vessel.
Well, that's what God said. So many cubits and all that.
So you went out and got 2 of every animal?
Yeah, well, I started. I got 2 dogs.
Uh-huh.
I borrowed them from Elaine Boozler.
Okay.
And then I got 2 cats. They were my own.
Okay.
And
Kitty and Bobby.
Kitty and Bobby, yeah, you know them.
Yeah.
Princess Kitty McMahon and Bobby. And Bobby died. She fell off Mount Ararat. That's where I was building the ark.
Why would you go up to Mount Ararat? You didn't want to build...
Because God kept saying there was going to be a fucking flood.
Oh. Well, how long? So that's where you've been for the last 8 months. You've been... How long did it take to build? So you were on the Mount Ararat, built the ark.
Yeah.
No flood came.
I don't know how to build arks. No.
Didn't God give you instructions?
Nah.
So you're up there with Bobby, Princess Kitty McMahon, and Elaine Boozler's 2 dogs.
Here's
for
the
some
problem.
reason.
When you have a dream like that, you go, is it really God? Or was it just my dream? Was it just a fantasy in my mind? You know? Because I stopped doing a whole bunch of pills. That's when the dream started.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And then he told me to murder my son.
Jesus, Norm.
Yeah. So anyways, I take my son up to Mount Ararat, show him the ark. It's not, the ark is, my son's like, it looks like a bunch of shit. I'm like, don't swear, Dylan, you know. Meanwhile, I know I'm about to murder him, you know. So I got a big stick, you know, that I thought I could murder him with. That it was meant for the ark.
Uh-huh.
And I say, Dylan, what do you think of the view of Mount Ararat, right? And I go to hit him in the back, thinking that'll knock him off Mount Ararat. And
that's terrible.
He'll plunge to his death. Yeah, but then I'll be in God's favor. So I hit him with the thing.
Yeah.
And he it doesn't knock him off.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and he beats the shit out of him. Right? My own son. Does any of this make sense?
No. The dream's gone away.
Adam, I made all this up.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well.
It's a lesson.
Man, am I red in the face?
It's a lesson to where extremism can take you.
Well, I think you've made your point.
Everything in moderation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Extremism, what could it lead to?
What could lead to you trying to murder your own child?
Exactly.
Okay.
I've made it all up.
Okay.
It's a fable.
You had me. You're good.
Thanks.
You're good.
There's a guy will come on TV and go, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you like yellow? And I go, yeah, of course I like yellow. He goes, yeah, well, so does this guy. And they show a guy, he's waving, pointing at someone that doesn't exist, wearing a yellow shirt, you know? And then I go, Ruth, get out here, goddamn. Here's a guy on the TV that's speaking for me finally, Ruth. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm glad I got my wife, you know, Ruth. She's all right, you know. She watching a lot of TV. She got her guilty pleasures, you know, and her guilty pleasure is watching Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know if you've ever seen that. My guilty pleasure is finding elderly gentlemen and shooting them in the leg. That's just a joke. That is a joke. I felt it was time I tell a joke, and I think it may be in my contract. Anyways, my wife, man, she ain't the brightest girl, Ruth. We have what's called a hall pass. You know what that is? A hall pass? That means you're allowed to have sex with any two people that you would like to have sex with, you know, because they're special. So I chose, and the other partner has to agree to it. So I chose on my hall pass Angelina Jolie and Christy Brinkley. And Ruth, my wife, she's so stupid that you know who she chose? The Mexican guy that mows my lawn and his brother. Of all the people in the world. All the people in the world. But I love women, you know. I consider women to be superior to men, and I'll tell you why. They create life. Think about that. You know what I mean? What do men do? Maybe they eat sour cream and onion chips or something. Women create life, for God's sakes. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? If I was a woman, that's all I do, just create life. You know, I go to parties and go, hey, Fred, what do you do? I can't remember. And Fred would go, I'll tell you what I do, Loretta. That's my name in the story. He'd go, I tell you what I do, Loretta. Yeah, I think you know I work down at the bank for Mr. Abernathy. And what my main job is, Abernathy will give me a stack of papers about this big. And by the end of the day, if I get them down to about this big, well, that's a good, I go, wait a second there. I'm sorry. I got to stop you there. You know, remember I was telling you how I create life, human life, the highest form of life? I just got to tell you this. That life just kicked me. Can you possibly wrap your head around that? And they'll go, look, Abernathy's never given me the corner office like he promised. And there was plenty of lunches where he brought it up. But then Henderson showed up, and that all changed. Who am I kidding? I should just quit. Anyways, what have we learned from this little fable?
That lady I saw you with last night.
It's rude.
Bit of a hippo. I read about a hippo swallowing a man, and I thought of you. No, you remember Ruth? You remember Ruth? His girlfriend is a wonderful kitchen butt. Remember Ruth?
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth?
Nah, he went out with this big fat hog. And listen, it's not sexist in any way. It's not sexist.
No,
The whole family. The whole family.
Ruth's family?
Oh my God! They may as well live in a sty.
Okay.
Because not only, I mean, they were obese, the whole family.
I mean, it's just rude.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying that her. Listen, people have girth issues.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was
It's the
inherent.
PC
I mean, it was
version.
just.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be
Girth issues.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it was a genes issue. I mean, I don't think she could really help it.
Oh yeah, no, it was all genetic.
Her genes were not flattering.
Her genes caused her to buy a lot of fucking pastry. I'll tell you that. But they were filthy. Like they didn't.
Pigs.
Like pigs, they would eat, and then the food would fall on them. And it always. The father, I remember, like his gut was way up. And you know the fucking, and the skinny arms like a
He would just
pterodactyl.
eat off of his
yeah,
own gut?
all the time. Yeah. Mwah, mwah. And then a big fat Ruth there with this fucking guy. And she'd always sit on his knee. He'd whatever. I don't even want to get it. No, but she was a nice lady, you know.
Really nice lady.
But spiteful.
Really? She
Spiteful?
sounds great.
Yeah.
She was nice. She was nice, but she was horribly spiteful and horribly obese.
Yeah, she was mostly known for her spite. Like if you got to know her.
Known.
Yeah.
You have to be really
her,
spiteful to have that be.
Absolutely. I knew her for 3 months. I didn't even see a fat person anymore.
Just pure spite.
Spite.
That's a compliment to some fat people.
One time I tried to drive around her and I ran out of gas. I don't want to say she was spiteful, but
she could be watching, man.
I don't want to say she was spiteful, but one time she got on the scale and said, please, one at a time. I mean, this lady was spiteful. One time, she was so spiteful, she was swimming in the ocean. A helicopter fucking radioed down for landing instructions. I mean, she was a little spiteful.
No, it's just
God
a
bless
euphemism.
Ruth. God bless Ruth. God bless Ruth. She was named after the biblical figure Ruth. You know the book of Ruth?
No, but every time you talk about Ruth, you always refer to the chapter of Jonah.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The whale.
Yeah, that's my little joke. And it's not a whale, it's a big fish. What is a mammal? What's a seal?
It's not mutually exclusive. I mean, you can be a
seal
whale
has to
and a
breathe air, right? How does it get up? How do they get up on those buoys?
It's a shimmy.
They're shimmy. They must be just pure muscle, the way Ruth's pure spite.
Yeah.
All right.
Pure blubber.
Okay, you know.
No, what?
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. Oh, I wish that you would come around. No.
You know, it's the whole thing is a complete waste of everyone's time, and it's joyous because
he's reveling in it.
He's reveling in every second of it.
This wife Ruth is you speaking of.
Nothing's real.
Yeah,
There's
Agnes at the desk.
Yeah.
Norm, I'm sleeping with your wife.
You son of a bitch, motherfucker! Huh? You sleep with my fucking wife? You son of a bitch cocksucker! You're my best fucking friend, Adam! God damn you, motherfucker! I'll fucking kill you! You sleep with, that's what you were doing on fucking Friday night, were you, huh? You fucking bastard! You see Okay, I apologize. We had some technical difficulties. Got a little carried away. I gotta apologize. I feel partially responsible. So
what was that? You don't even have a wife. You don't even have a wife.
That's true. I never was the marrying kind. Okay, we're ready to pull the classic vodka and funnel prank. Yeah, you swallow that, you fucker. You drink that down. You don't fucking spit that out. Yeah, you like it, you fucker. Drink it. Fucking swallow that fucking...
What
the fuck is...
Adam Egot.
Yeah.
Would you come in, please?
What's up? How'd it go?
I just wanted to compliment you. Yes, you have a very nice tie. And I like your shirt. Old Slugger. Oh, God. You see, I care enough to use a brand name. That's right, Dandy. Why don't you just say Brand X, you bum? It's called authenticity. Right, you're not worth a bent penny, you damn drunkard.
Just got to do something, though.
Okay. What? You have like somewhere to be? Or?
No, I just got to do something.
Oh, no! Oh, good Christ almighty! That is a lot of pain! Oh, God, you're kicking me in the belly! Why? Oh, please stop! Okay, fair enough. Just don't kick me in the face.
Some fellas are blessed. Adam Egan, where have you been? Turns out, in a jiffy, the wig came off. You could have, by the way, why the hell did it take you so long? I had to talk to Gala for 10 minutes. You get...
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town, seductively.
Fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth loader. I'll fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore. Ah!
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down.
This Saturday, I don't know if you're aware of it, was 420, and so it was a madhouse over there.
It's April 20th?
No, 420. Yeah, it was April 20th, but 420. You know 420.
No, what's that?
How do you not know? You've never heard of 420? Well, it's a big deal. I mean, it's real popular in the culture right now, and everybody's wearing 420 shirts, and you see 420 bumper stickers, and everyone's talking about it. 420 is a code term used primarily in North America that refers to the consumption of cannabis, and by extension, a way to identify oneself with cannabis subculture. Observances based on the number 420 include smoking cannabis around the time 4:20 p.m. as well as on the date April 20th.
No, that's not what mine says.
What does yours say?
Mine says 420 was the birthday of Austrian-born German politician and the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, a fella went by the name of Adolf Hitler. This guy, there's a picture of him. Adolf Hitler, very compelling kind of a figure. Odd-looking duck. But there's something about his eyes. Hypnotic. People always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. Anyway, a widely discussed story says that a group of teenagers in San Rafael, California, used the term in connection to a fall 1971 plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop that they had learned about.
Huh? His eyes are almost entirely black. Hold the fort. He hated Jews.
These guys, they plan to meet precisely.
You know what he reminds me of?
Huh.
Dave. My best
your
friend
buddy.
Dave.
Yeah, I know Dave.
That guy hates Jews.
He sure does. I hear about it all the time.
I'm thinking of breaking up our friendship.
It's probably a good idea.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to legends that we share.
You know what? I'm sick of these kind of characters. I think we should kill Hitler. Me and you go suicide, kill him.
Yeah, it was like died 50 years ago, probably.
Did he? I didn't even know he was sick.
He wasn't. Well, no, that's fine.
I wish I could find a Hitler of today and go kill him. The lady I saw you with last night,
rude.
Bit of a hippo. I read about a hippo swallowing a man, and I thought of you. No, you remember Ruth? You remember Ruth? His girlfriend is a wonderful kitchen butt. Remember Ruth?
Yeah. Dr. Ruth?
Nah, he went out with this big fat hog named Ruth. Listen, it's not sexist in any way. It's not sexist.
No,
the whole family. The whole family.
Ruth's family?
Oh my God! They may as well live in a sty.
Okay.
Because not only, I mean, they were obese, the whole family.
Sure.
But they were filthy. Like
pigs.
Like pigs, they would eat, and then the food would fall on them. And it always. The father, I remember, like his gut was way up. And you know and the skinny arms like a
he would just
pterodactyl.
eat off of his own gut
all the time. Yeah. And then a big fat Ruth there with this fucking guy, and she'd always sit on his knee. He'd whatever. I don't even want to get into it.
This is when you were drinking heavily.
I mean, it's just rude.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying that her. Listen, people have girth issues.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was
It's the
inherent.
PC
I mean, it was
version.
just.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be
Girth issues.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it was Jean's issue. I mean, I don't think she could really help it.
Oh yeah, no, it was all genetic.
Her genes were not flattering.
Her genes caused her to buy a lot of fucking pastry. I'll tell you that. No, but she was a nice lady, you know.
Yeah, really nice lady.
But spiteful.
Really? She
Spiteful?
sounds great.
Yeah.
She was nice. She was nice, but she was horribly spiteful and horribly obese.
Yeah, she was mostly known for her spite. Like if you got to know her.
No.
Yeah.
You have to be really spiteful to have that be your-
Absolutely. I knew her for 3 months. I didn't even see a fat person anymore.
Just pure spite.
Spite.
That's a compliment to some fat people, though.
I guess.
Had you said that to her, I don't even see fat when I'm around you anymore. I just see spite.
No, she was. One time I
she
tried
helped
to.
me through a dark time.
Yeah. One time I tried to drive around her and I ran out of gas.
All right,
I don't want to say she was spiteful,
man.
but
she could be watching, man.
I don't want to say she was spiteful, but one time she got on the scale and said, "Please, one at a time." I mean, this lady was spiteful.
She was a big girl.
That's spite. Why was she spiteful in that analogy? Getting on the scale.
Well,
the scale was spiteful in that.
Well, that's true.
Maybe it's the scale that was.
One time, she was so spiteful, she was swimming in the ocean. A helicopter fucking radioed down for landing instructions. I mean, she was a little spiteful.
Now it's just a euphemism.
Ruth. God bless Ruth. God bless Ruth. She was named after the biblical figure Ruth, which covers both of our religions.
Thank you.
The book of Ruth was in the Old Testament.
The book of Ruth? Is that really a book?
You're not familiar with the book of Ruth?
No.
Do you know the book of Ruth?
No, but every time you talk about Ruth, you always refer to the chapter of Jonah.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
The whale.
Yeah, that's my little joke. And it's not a whale, it's a big fish.
Jonah?
Yeah, it wasn't really a whale. It was referred to as a big fish, and then people thought
that's less
whale.
offensive.
I don't even think a whale's a fish, is it, Steve O'Donnell?
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
Yeah.
What is a mammal? What's a seal?
It's not mutually exclusive. I mean, you can be a
seal
whale
has to
and a
breathe air, right?
Yeah.
So it always has to have
That's
its
a
mouth
mammal.
near the ocean? Like, what happens in the ocean?
What happens to us in the ocean?
We drown and die.
That if you do it wrong, if you think you're not a mammal.
But a seal, though, does it just hang around the how does it get up? How do they get up on those buoys?
It's a shimmy.
They're shimmy. They must be just pure muscle, the way Ruth's pure spite.
Yeah.
All right.
Pure blubber.
Okay, you know.
No, what? He's going out with a nice girl now, though.
No, she dumped me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, she does. Husbandry. Oh, no, that was your hobby. No, but you fucking animal. No, I'm kidding you, man. I'm kidding you. You're an ordinary guy.
I wanted to see if you wanted to say something about our friend Norm MacDonald, who passed away.
Oh, funny.
God. And
there was no one funnier. A brilliant Canadian, you know.
And tonight, the Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented to Mr. Martin Short. It's the Academy's way of saying, thank you so much, we've had enough. Little Don Rickles. As a friend, it's over.
You know, we do, in our show, we do a tribute to comedians. I'm serious about this, and we name different comedians like Bob Newhart and people. And we do a tribute to Norm MacDonald, and we use one of his lines. We say, and this is one of his lines, he said, there's only 2 categories of cliff diving, grand champion and stuff on a rock.
Besides cliff diving, you ever see that guy hopping off a cliff, trying to pass that off as a sport, you know? Man, look at kind of like attempted suicide as a sport there. Next week they got washing down Quaaludes with wood alcohol. That's next week. Can you believe that? No, I'm just making that part up. But cliff diving, what a crazy. And you can't tell who's better either. You see a guy hopping off a cliff and you go, man, look at that. And then the next guy hops off a cliff, you go, oh, look at that again there. Another guy hopping off a cliff. But you can't tell who's better, you know. If you survive it all, you're a great. There's only a couple of different levels of cliff diving. It's grand champion and then stuff on a rock over there. One of the two. It's a kind of a thing.
But I really think that in comedy particularly, the originals stand out the most, and they stay with us long after they're gone. And there was no one more original than Norm MacDonald. Yeah. There was no one who did his style. There was no one who had his rhythms. He was remarkable and so kind and funny.
Well, the great thing about Lauren is you could do anything you wanted. He would tell you wise things, you know, like wisdom or whatever.
He's like a little Buddha guy, right?
Yeah.
Did it ever make sense, or
not to me?
You'd always walk away going, "What the fuck?"
To other people, it did. Like I remember one time he wanted me. Like this was actually with Weekend Update. They wanted me to do Weekend Update with a lady.
Yeah.
Like 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that sounds like shit. I don't want to fucking, that sounds like shit. Like, I'm like, if there's a lady and a dude, like, what are we making fun of local news? What the fuck is that? He's like, no. He's like, you'll be, he had some crazy, he goes like, I think he liked me because I didn't understand what he was talking about all that. And he goes like, you'll be Fred Astaire and she'll be Ginger. You'll like, you know, give her the sex, a comedy, and she'll give you the sex. And I was like, the dancers? What? And I didn't know what he was fucking talking about. Yeah. So anyways, I go, I don't want to fucking do it with a lady. Let Franken do it. You know?
Yeah.
So
Franken was going to do it?
Yeah, it was Frank and me or somebody else. So I didn't care that much about it. So because I could just do stand up. But anyways, what happened was funny. Like Steve Martin walked in because he was hosting.
Yeah.
And Lauren, to embarrass me, went, let's see what Steve thinks about it. And Steve Martin doesn't give a fuck about anything. So, but he goes, Norm wants to with the lady, and what he thinks, and he does this big long spiel, and Steve Martin's completely uninterested.
Been dragged into something he wanted no part of.
But luckily, he fucking just said out of the blue, he goes, oh, fuck. He goes, I did this award show with some broad, and they paired me up with her, and she fucked everything up. Like, I guess they stuck him or something. Yeah. So then Lauren goes, oh, there's some support from an unexpected place.
And that's how you got the solo update?
Yeah, Steve Martin, because he was such a hero to Lauren.
You had a bad experience with an award show, and you get to run the solo on the update?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's a fucking good moment.
But I would have been in big trouble with a lady. But then later they did it with a lady and a dude. Because he kept saying, oh, remember, because I know Saturday Night Live, you know, like all of us, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, remember Jane and Dan? And I was like, that was shit. Like, I remember Jane, you ignorant slut.
Right.
But I also remember all the rest of the fucking shit. Like, he had a hat on and pretended to be from the, like, they played characters.
Yeah.
And I was not interested in that because Dennis kind of changed it to Dennis Miller
where you do jokes.
Where you do jokes. And you're not doing a parody of a fucking.
And finally, comedy legend Jerry Lewis. Joy and a thrill and all this stuff it is to be here. It's super duper. Good luck. Yeah, we're going to need it. All 3 of you. The answer is John Travolta learned how to dance for this 1977 hit movie. Mr. Lewis.
If I remember correctly, Alex, that would be Dancing for Ladies! I had to go for it.
No. That is incorrect also. What is Saturday Night Fever?
Oh.
The answer is Popeye is this sort of man. Mr. Lewis.
I got the answer, Alex. You want the answers? It's simple. They're terrified of a perfectionist. They being the people who are running the studios this week.
Jerry Lewis has wandered off somewhere. Let's see if he had anything. Apparently his answer was an outline of half of his hand. And he wagered the other half of his hand. That's beautiful. Well, I'd like to thank all of our celebrities for joining us this evening.
I was in the little boy's room. Oh, boy, I didn't mean to do that.
The sketch that you got on the air, and you say in your book, hey, you know, I didn't originate this sketch. I kind of stole this sketch with permission. But the famous Jeopardy bit.
Yes, Jeopardy sketch.
Where you play Burt
yes,
Reynolds,
yes.
and you say Will Ferrell was key to that sketch because he played such a great Jeopardy host.
Yes.
That thing was one of the most popular sketches, and you pitched that, but you say, you admit in your memoir that, hey, that's something I got from SCTV.
Yeah.
And I waited till Martin Short was a guest on the show, and I pitched it and said, can we do the Jeopardy thing?
Yeah. They did a sketch on SCTV when I was a child called Halfwits, and it was it even Alex Trebek was in the sketch because he was a Canadian, and it was. You know, it was just these kids. It was, you know, when two schools would fight each other, and so they were all, it was real stupid. So I always loved that show, and I said, you know, Celebrity Jeopardy, they always ask such easy questions, and the celebrities are all so stupid. It would be great to do it. Unfortunately, they've already done it, and I feel like I shouldn't just steal a sketch.
Right.
So when Mr. Short came to do the show, who later became my friend, I said, who wrote that sketch? You know, and he said, Eugene Levy. And I said, maybe we could phone him, you know, and
get permission.
Get permission. And so he said, yeah, we'll do a conference call. And I said, no, I'll phone, you know. I'm a man, you know.
Yeah.
So I phoned Eugene Levy, and I asked him, I told him the whole sketch. I said how much I loved the first one, and I asked permission, and he was kind enough to give it to me.
There was no better show than that SCTV. That was unbelievable,
God,
right?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Unbelievable. Friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, hey, we should be friends and stuff. And he said, yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage. And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know. And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean?
Still, I would like, you know, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out with.
I met him. That would be a good friend
But then
for you.
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
All of a sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I should have done this.
No,
what?
That's the problem
What's
with you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
too guarded. I know what you're saying.
It's not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would you go with Martin Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
no,
and hang out."
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like I'm not willing to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The idea,
I love that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you, and it wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in another lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, the magazine POV came out this week with a list of the best and worst jobs to have in the next century. Their three best were, in this order, multimedia software designer, management consultant, and interactive advertising executive. While their worst, for the third year in a row, crack whore. U.S. News and World Report's list of the best and worst jobs for 1996 is out. Last year's best job, multimedia software consultant, was replaced by a new best job, bioindustrial engineer. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore. Finally, according to the U.S. News and World Report 1997 Career Guide, the best job in the United States for the second year in a row is Interactive Business System Analyst. However, last year's worst job, Assistant Crack Whore, has been replaced by a new worst job, Crack Whore Trainee.
I swear to God, this one will really do well. This one concerns a fella that won the lottery. And he was a garbage man. He won the lottery. He won the New York State lottery. And he won like $8 million. And he said he's not going to quit his job. And you've always heard that, right?
Right. I'm going to keep my job.
I'm going to keep my job. And there's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
wins the lottery.
You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.
But the pitch came in low and towards the middle, and you put it out of the park.
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? When people hear crack whore, they just start laughing. That's just the reaction people have. It's got birds fly in and sing a song. Crack whore. What are you doing now?
I just saw on the TV my hair.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little commercial break.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to get security in here. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you some more because you're going to have some fluids during the break and stuff.
Fluids?
Yeah, you'll see. We'll get that Tanya girl to get them for you.
I thought when you said that, I thought you meant fluids out of my ass. A couple of times in the 4 years I've been doing this show, someone has stopped me just before I went to commercial to try one more joke. That was the most worthwhile of all this time. We'll take a break, everybody. We'll be right back. Pardon me? No, I didn't hear what he said. Don't move. What is going on? No, I didn't hear what he said. I'm sorry. What did you say, sir? Who? What do I give a fuck? No, Now you're saying I'm not very funny.
You got my money. You got my money. That's okay.
How much money? No. How much money I got that's yours? No, honestly, I don't care. How much?
Well, a couple bucks.
Are you alone or you just by yourself?
He's not alone, unfortunately.
So what was the idea? So here's the thing. So you go, I'm gonna pay money to go see this dude, right? Tickets probably cost a lot of money, right? So, no, that would be an awful thing. That would be an awful thing. That would be a terrible thing to do. No, I just want to understand what exactly happened. So, but anyways, you at some point in your life you thought I was funny. I assume, because I don't got no fucking banjo or shit. So at some point in your life, you thought I was funny, right?
Weekend update, baby.
Weekend update. That's nice, thank you. So then, have you ever seen me do anything since Weekend Update? Pardon me?
YouTube Morbid ones.
I'm sorry, what?
YouTube Morbid bits.
I did what?
I saw a lot of YouTube Morbid bits.
YouTube morbid bits? Oh, morbid. I see. And so then, did you like those?
No.
You didn't like those? Because I did one album that was specifically about death. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So there were clips from the, you didn't like those. So then you said, I'll come here to this show.
You said that you were better. You weren't doing the morbid stuff anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing the morbid stuff anymore. Did I do anything more? First of all, I never said I was better. I never used but have I done anything morbid, do you think?
No, Norm, I love you, baby. That's why I'm here. So shut up.
Why you tell him shut up? He should say love me. Well, that's nice. Thanks, man. That's cool that you love me. Because it's cool to love someone even if you don't think they're fine. You know, you should love someone even if even if they disappoint you. No, I'm not going to check them out. Why would I do that? Yeah. So you know, it's nice of you to love me, even though I've disappointed you. Yeah, I'm sorry I disappointed you. Because seriously, I never tried. You know. I'll try to do that. But that was nice that you said that you love me on the Weekend Update. And it was so sweet that you said you love me. So, I love you too, bro. Oh, man, alive. We got through that all right. You gotta let people have their opinion and stuff like that. You know, man paid a lot of money, and then he's like, what the fuck is all this shit? Morbid shit. I didn't really feel that morbid.
Love you, Norm. You rock, Norm. Where's Adam?
But let's do a morbid thing. What are you yelling my name for?
Norman!
Shut the fuck up. Now we gotta do some thing here. Okay. No, that's very nice of you yelling my name.
No problem, Norm.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, you know, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. Thank you. you're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name.
What's that? Guy yells my name for no reason.
Joining us now, comedian Tom Green is on the line. Norm was a frequent guest on Tom's talk show and a friend of his. Tom, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's such a sad day for comedy and for everybody who loves comedy, and just wanted to send my condolences and sympathies to Norm's family and friends and all of his fans here in Ottawa and around the world. As you mentioned, he was from Ottawa. He went to Gloucester High School, as you mentioned. I always considered him an Ottawa boy there, eh? And, you know, when I was a kid, I started doing stand-up comedy myself in Ottawa at Yuck Yucks, and that was before Norm had made his big, had his big break, and was before he was on SNL. And I was probably 15 years old, going down to the basement of the Beacon Arms Hotel, where Yuck Yucks was at the time, on Albert Street. And Norm was probably in his mid-20s, and he was unlike anybody I'd ever seen on stage. You know, a different kind of comedy than I'd ever seen on television or anywhere, just the acerbic, sarcastic, surprising delivery. And you mentioned his deadpan voice and delivery was something that was very new. And it made me very inspired as a kid because I knew he was from Ottawa, and here he was up on stage being funnier than anybody I'd ever seen on TV. And shortly after those first years of starting stand-up, we heard that Norm had moved to Los Angeles. He was writing for the Roseanne show, and it just was amazing to think that somebody who was doing stand-up at Yuck Yucks only a year earlier was now living in Hollywood. And then Saturday Night Live and his incredible career afterwards was something that was just so inspiring to me as a kid in Ottawa who wanted to do stand-up. And it made me so happy when I eventually did move down to Los Angeles myself and was doing my show that Norm was very generous with his time. I don't know if it was because I was from Ottawa and I grew up on Monson Crescent just down the road from Jasper where he grew up, and we sort of would have a laugh about that. But he would come to my show, and when I was doing my internet talk show in my living room in the early 2000s, and we would just sit up there on air and stream before web streaming was a thing, and have laughs like you wouldn't believe.
What was he like as a guest, Tom? What was it like to have him on the show?
Well, you know, he was just, the thing about Norm is he is just such a brilliant guy, too, and he would find ways to talk about subjects that you wouldn't normally find yourself talking about, and then he would find comedy in them in places that you would never expect. And his just delivery was just, of course, incredible. His whole way about him was very unique and just hilarious. And you know, for me, I was like I said, I was so in awe of him that it made for an interesting show, because you know, I was just so excited that he was coming up to my house, and he would come up time and time again. And I remember we would do the shows, and on the shows we would go live and we would take calls on the internet from people, and he would just, you know, always catch people off guard with really irreverent and ridiculous comebacks and jokes. But then after the show would end, this happened every time the show would end, and I was, you know, in my house at the time was in the Hollywood Hills, looking over the city of Los Angeles, and the show would end around midnight, and then Norm would want to stay, and we would end up going and sitting in my office. And at the time, YouTube was kind of a new thing, and we would just sit there late into the night watching comedy on YouTube, watching old Chris Farley bits or old Saturday Night Live pieces or interesting, hilarious viral videos that we'd found, and we'd just sit up and
he just wanted to hang out, Tom.
Yeah, it really did feel like that, and that was the thing that always made me feel so great. When I did that show was, we tried to have people just come and hang out, but but and I would invite up people that I loved and was respected and wanted to get to know in comedy. But it was always made me feel so nice that Norm would sort of stay there after every time, and we got to know each other really well. And it's such a sad day, for me personally. I just found out about this when everyone else did. He really did keep this quiet. I did not know that he was battling cancer. As a cancer survivor myself, I know how complex and stressful that can be. It makes me it surprises me that and I wish in some ways that he'd reached out to me and talked to about it, because I could have been there for him as a cancer survivor. But I think it's probably I'd like to think that he must have felt there was some element of surprise. He always felt that it was good to have an element of surprise in a joke, that a good joke, a great joke has to surprise you. And that was his style on stage, and it seems to be that might be maybe his final point, was to catch us all off guard one last time, a showman to the end. Rest in peace.
Tom, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing these wonderful stories. It's such a fitting, lovely tribute to somebody who meant so much clearly to you and to so many listeners. A comedy legend. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much. Rest in peace, Norm MacDonald, and thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
You take care, Tom Green. Comedian Tom Green calling into the show. Knew Norm MacDonald. Spent some time with him as a friend, as somebody that he worked with, because, as he said, Norm would come on his talk show. And they got to know each other that way. Both of them also with that Canadian connection.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
So I said, I can think of something. I can handle it, Because for like Letterman or somebody like that, it's real hard. You have to be really on the top of your game, as you know.
Right,
because he's real funny. But The View, it's not that tough, to keep up with.
Right, sure.
Star Jones or whatever, whoever they are. So
Barbara Walters there, though.
Yeah,
she's tough to keep up with, right? I don't know what that means.
So I'm like, I'll be fine. That's what I kept telling the guy. So the guy's like, but that's their job, So this guy would always have ideas. He would phone me with ideas. He'd go,
this goes on for weeks before the appearance, right?
Weeks.
It's almost like it becomes like work.
It is. Talking to that guy is harder than talking to the host,
Yeah.
And he's excited, and it's his job, so I don't want to. So he'd be like, what if he came out in a red wig? I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I do that, right? He's like, the gals have been teasing Barbara about, tinging her hair. I'm like, no, but then it'll look like my idea, and then I got a red wig on, and,
Right,
I
yeah.
have to take
You
it
don't
off.
want to take part in their silliness.
Just over and over, every time. And he goes, well, do you have anything? I go, no, I can't think, but I'll think of something, So he says, anyways, one of the ones he phones me, he goes, I'll tell you what you do, man. He goes, you come out. He goes, you're talking to the gals, and all of a sudden, your cell phone rings, right? He goes, it's in the middle of the show. Like, he's really excited, right? He goes, you answer the cell phone. You go, excuse me, ladies. He goes, we're not going to tell them about it. And the cell phone rings. He goes, excuse me, ladies. It's your agent, Morty. He had this name.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, so you're like, Morty, you can't call me here. I'm on The View. I'm on TV.
Right.
What do you mean you have an offer for me? And I had this crazy Jewish accent in the story. What do you mean? I can't do it. I'm on The View. So I'm like, yeah. I didn't want to, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, So I'm like, no, that one's, it sounds pretty good, but maybe I'll think of something else,
Right.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
So anyways. This is getting to be a long story.
No, it's fine. We can actually stay on the air as long as we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I get that. So anyways, I'm really late, right? Because I had a big hand at this poker game.
Right.
So
you show up right before you got to go on the air.
Show up. So I'm going. I go. I got the story about Bill Cosby. I'll do that. I know how to do that story. I did it before on Letterman, and it'll be fine. So I go in. And I tell the guy, listen, man, I do this story about Letterman. So I walk out, Now, unbeknownst to me, as I was walking out, this guy had muttered something. I hadn't slept for like 3 days. And it's just the phone call, So I go, oh, yeah. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he had slipped like a cell phone. He put a cell phone in my pocket.
Oh.
So anyways, I got out there, and then
He'd slipped a cell phone in your pocket.
Yeah, thinking I was in for this
okay.
gag, right?
And it's all set to
But
ring.
I forgot.
You forgot about it.
I forgot about
okay.
it. Okay. So,
and all hell breaks loose.
Now,
obviously.
so I go out to the, so I go to the View, and those 4 bags are sitting there. You know?
Oh, come on.
So, no, ladies,
Yeah.
women, you know.
Yeah.
It's not politically correct to say bags.
No.
But
Was
you know,
Rosie
you got
wasn't
Michael
there.
Richards is saying the N-word. I
Yeah.
can't say the B word.
No, you can say that, absolutely.
I want to talk later about now they have the F word for fag, which is really strange.
Yeah.
But
the guy from Grey's Anatomy got in trouble for
yeah,
saying.
the N guy, the N-word guy.
The F word.
No, but he was an N-word guy, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
That was the irony.
Everybody's.
No, he was African American.
Everybody's going nuts out
He
there.
was African American.
Yeah. Said the F word. He said
It'd be
the F
funny if
word.
you were an African American. You know, if you were a racist, you would not say African American. Maybe you'd say the A word.
What's the A word?
The African American.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But so I go on the
Okay, yeah.
View.
Yeah.
So this is what had happened to me a month previously. This was whenever the first election was, the Bush.
Right.
Bush against
Gore.
Al Gore.
Yeah.
The first time, right? I know nothing about politics, you know. And so. But
This
what
is
happened-
right after the election?
This is before the election.
Okay.
Before the first election. So what happened was I got a call from this guy, Ben Stein. You know that guy?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
So he said, how'd you like to meet George Bush? He's running for president, you know? So I go, holy fuck, that would be cool, you know? Meet a guy running for president. Maybe later he'll become president, and I'll be his buddy, because this is how naive I was, because I knew him like 2 months before he became president.
Right.
So in Hollywood, you know, obviously very liberal, right? So if so Gore showed up, and it was like Barbara Streisand and every giant star in Hollywood, right? So when Bush plane came down, literally it was me and Ben Stein. We were the celebrities.
Right.
So it was really lame. And then when George Bush came out with his wife, he said to her, "See, I told you he'd come," about me.
Right.
They were expecting maybe it would just be Ben Stein. They were really happy that 2 celebrities showed
Right,
up.
sure.
You know, and real peripheral celebrities. So, but it was cool because everyone hates George Bush and stuff. So I got to go on his airplane and talk to him. I talked to the guy for an hour.
Got to hang out with him.
Yeah. So it was really cool. You know, I don't know anything about politics, but it's cool to meet the guy that's going to might be the president. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, anyways,
What did you talk to Bush about on his plane?
I talked to him about, I don't know shit about politics, but he didn't know much either.
He hadn't really been elected yet.
No, he hadn't been elected and everything, and I told him some jokes, and he sometimes he'd go like, "There's mics or something like that."
Yeah,
it's not a very interesting story.
Right, that's cool.
But see, it's a mini.
This guy's been just sitting here listening to the whole story.
That's why
we haven't even introduced ourselves to him yet. What's your name?
My name is David.
Where are you?
I'm just outside Montreal.
Montreal. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so you're about to walk out.
Yeah, so I go on The View, right? Yeah. And I'm supposed to I said, I'll talk about the Bill Cosby story, you know? So anyways, the lady from The View goes, take a look at this picture. And show a picture of me standing beside presidential nominee George Bush. And then they're like,
you're on The
what?
View now.
Yeah, I'm on The View. And they're like, what's going on here? That's what the lady says to me, one of the ladies, right? Like it was a fucking
Which
picture
was it? Star
of,
Jones, Meredith Vieira.
Who's the fat black one?
Well, Star Jones left the show though. She's
there was
not on
a
there
fat African American.
Star
lady.
Jones, I think. Yeah,
that was the
she
lady.
lost a lot of weight later too.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
It was big. There was a big brouhaha over there.
Was there?
Yeah, but yeah. So she asked you that.
So she's like, "What's going on here?" Right? And it's just a picture of me with a guy running for the president. But the way they said it, it was like that picture of Kurt Waldheim with Hitler in the fucking woods, right? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what's wrong with this, right? So just to be crazy, kind of like, and just because they got under my skin, I don't know nothing about politics or nothing. I said, well, it's better than that guy that's in there now. That guy murdered a guy, Bill Clinton, right?
Right.
And then they're like, what? And I go, they go, what? So I go, he murdered a guy. Remember, some guy killed him because I remember somebody died.
Right, sure, yeah. Someone who had
Suicide or
committed
something.
suicide. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I heard a crazy conspiracy thing that they killed him.
So you
I'm
just
like,
start, yeah.
I'm like, you kid, don't you remember that? You know, but I'm acting like everybody knows it. Like I'm just acting like a retard. And then Barbara Walter goes, you're walking a pretty thin line, mister. And I'm like, I thought it was a matter of public record. Barbara, you're a newswoman. Back me up, you know. It kept going on, and it was like, fucking, you know. And I remember she kept going like, "You're one piece of work, mister." Like getting really,
really,
like,
really
crazy,
taking
man.
you seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Not remembering
like,
that, you know,
I'm a comedian
the
that
jokes
doesn't know
on
shit,
Weekend Update were.
So I just did it to be like stupid, and then so there's just like, you know, the audience like confused, you know, and the ladies are all angry. All of a sudden, I hear like coming out of the thing like cling, ding, like it's a fucking fire alarm or something. What the fuck is that? And then I remember it's my phone, you know, my cell phone, this joke.
Oh, yeah.
The producer backstage saw that everything was going to hell and decided to fix it, you know. So like I go, oh, yeah, I go, Marty, man, this is a bad time to call because all the ladies hate me now and stuff like that, you know. And Barbara Walters goes, what the hell are you doing? Like she's just...
Right.
I go, nah, I know I'm a little scared. I go, I don't know. The guy backstage, he told me that it would be funny if I pretended my agent Morty called. And then there was like about 5 seconds of silence. And Barbara Walters said, we'll be right back. And then she gave me the boot.
That is on YouTube right now? That's on YouTube right now, apparently, Bill. Yeah. Have you queued it up? No, I don't have it yet. Oh, you don't have it? We should try to find that. Oh, my, that's uncomfortable, huh? Have you been asked back?
No.
No?
I thought it was fun.
Oh, yeah, no, that's awesome. You love those uncomfortable moments, though, right?
I like it, yeah. Like with stand-up, if I bomb, I really, really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you ever get like that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every night here.
When I die, I want to be cremated, and my ashes spread eagle and fucked hard, like a fucking real tramp. Wow, come on, man. Why did they make me say that? Wow. Jesus Christ. You see, somebody writes that. It's not me. It's just some fucker over there in the next room. Yeah. And then I say it, like a goddamn robot. And then people think I thought of it. But I'm clearly, you know. Been thinking about your mortality a lot lately? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, you turn 70 and it's you can't run from it.
Ah, fuck, I was hoping you could. When I die, I want my body donated to science. But more specifically, a scientist who is working on bringing dead guys back to life.
Oh, that's just, is that funny at all? That's just a statement. I'm serious, am I crazy? When I die, I want my body to be donated to science, but more specifically, a scientist who is working on bringing dead guys back to, yeah, that I don't,
okay, forget that one.
That could be funny.
But this one,
I have my funeral, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, most of these funerals, crying and sad and everything like that. And that's what I like, you know? I don't want, I've heard of other ones, let's have a party. Whoa.
No party.
There'll be a lot of party days later. But right now, I'm dead. I mean, you know, people should be talking, crying.
My dad used to call it take a shave. Take a shave! He'd get mad at me. But anyway,
why didn't you shave?
But it's a fantastic.
Why didn't you shave?
I didn't shave because I wanted to do this commercial and show, you know.
Or do you like that look?
Well, who would like this look? I want you to sign up for Dollar Shave Club by going to dollarshaveclub.com/Norm. You will get high quality razors sent to your door.
That's not, come on.
It's a little frightening.
I wouldn't mind it. Do you ever run out of razors and you're like, damn it?
Yeah,
you can't run out to the store.
Yeah, well, you
with a
don't have to
beard.
here because you get high-quality razors sent to your door every month, and it's for a fraction of what you pay retail.
That's even better.
Also makes a great gift for Father's Day. Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn,
Thanks
that's
a
2
lot.
out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
Adam Egget, do you use the Dollar Shave Club?
No, I mean, not today.
Yeah, look at you. You go to dollarshave.com.
Well, it's perfect for me.
Well, do you want to know how to get there?
Yes.
You go to dollarshave.com/norm. That's dollarshave.com
/norm.
Gotcha.
Is it $1 a day for one razor?
No.
I don't know why they call it Dollar Shave.
Huh?
$1 a month?
Listen, man, I can't answer every question.
It's called Dollar Shave Club.
Yes, that means it costs you $1 over the course of your lifetime. For $1 a month,
I would.
have all your shaving needs met? I mean, on your face?
Well, you can use it for anything.
Well, that's true.
Do I have to only use it on my face?
No, they have no rules here. They have no rules.
Then yes.
Of course, they have no rules. They send fucking razors to your house.
One more real quick.
You want to talk
$1 per month, and
Yeah,
you get
$1
like
per
as
month.
many razors. That's kind of a good deal.
Yeah, kind of. That's
doing
like, for the whole year, that's like $14.
I
don't know how they make any money.
Can't be
Volume.
They can't be high quality razors for
Well,
$1 a month.
They're the highest quality razors in the world. You can slit your wife's throat.
It's somewhere in between.
Huh?
I think it's somewhere in between.
It says high quality.
Well, it's definitely high quality.
It's
because
high
they told
quality
us
razors
earlier.
sent to your door
It says high quality razors.
every month. You would be crazy not to have high quality razors sent to your house every day.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into.
Also this week in Washington, several prominent Democrats joined Republicans in pleading with Attorney General Janet Reno to investigate fundraising abuses and also to shave. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry. This week, the Food and Drug Administration banned their newest flavor, Ben's back hair.
ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was
no,
more
no.
your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of... I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
Another week.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger.